license yet, you don't know how to drive, but you're jealous of her having a car. I mean, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Janae and I'm very happy to have you back to watch another video. And I'm not going to drag too long with a long intro. Today's video we'll be dealing with how to deal with jealousy, and it's got a twist to it, so keep on watching. A lot of females' problems stems from 3 different things. So that would be men, it would be ladies, and it would be themselves. Either you're in a relationship, getting out of a relationship, or you are hoping and waiting to get into a relationship. So that is the one part of it. The second part when it comes to female is that there's always a competition, there's that jealousy, there's that friendship that can frustrate you, backstabbing, there's all sorts of things where female are concerned, which takes up a huge part of our lives. And then the third part will be yourself, and in that respect it's basically disliking yourself, not like I'm happy with who I am type of thing. There's always something. If you speak to a female, if you compliment her, then she'll be like, thanks, but I don't really like it, I wasn't sure if I looked okay. Or there's always that down talk sometimes in a woman when she speaks about herself. Men, female, and disliking ourselves or our self-image as well. So there's a silent problem that nobody really talks about, and that is female like to point fingers. We like to play the blame game. It's always someone else. It's always either
a guy, or it's a background issue, or it's my parents, or it's a friend, or it's always someone. It's always like somebody else other than ourselves.
And that is basically a huge problem, and nobody talks about that. Just saying. If you find yourself uttering comments or statements like, why must it always be her? Why does she always get the nice guys?
Why do I always have to wait long? Why must she always get the best out of life? Why must it always be her? Why couldn't I get that guy? Why couldn't I get married to him? Why did I have to wait so long to get pregnant? Why wasn't it me? Why wasn't it me?
You know, and if you find yourself uttering statements like that, you are at a point of jealousy, and as hard as it can be to admit that to yourself. That's why I'm here to help you guys to not get to that point. Point number 1, get off social media. If you find yourself mindlessly scrolling through social media a lot, if you look at your day of productivity, what did you accomplish for today? 60% can be scrolling mindlessly through your social media, be it Facebook, be it Instagram, be it WhatsApp statuses, always checking on someone else. Who is your ex dating and he left you for another girl or a better person. It will basically let you relapse. So things on social media, things on people's WhatsApp statuses, things that people post will trigger that jealous feeling within inside of you, and you want to stay away from that. So try and stay away from social media. If you need to send a normal message, do that, but like put off the statuses settings, like delete your Facebook account if you have to, because you don't want to see where someone else that was in your class group has grown to. Those things will also trigger jealousy within you. Number 2 would be minimalism. Minimalism is a huge thing. I have discovered minimalism for a couple of years now. I've been basically trying to just look at what is more important. It's basically like less is more, and it's about making more room for things that are more important. You will have thoughts that will pop up. You will see things that will give you that triggers again. Focus on what your thoughts are and what triggers them, and basically quickly replace it with something that you are grateful for. So yes, my girlfriend just got engaged, but I know I will get there. Or yes, that colleague of mine purchased a new car, but do I need that to be happy? Will a new car with more payments or higher payments, installments, make me happy? Not necessarily. So those are the logic thoughts that you have to conquer those triggers or those pop-up thoughts with. if you look at those things as a minimalistic person, it's not about materialistic things. Yes, you can have nice and beautiful minimalistic things, but it's not really about things and stuff that you can accumulate. It's not about that. You are trying to conquer this jealousy that sits within the core of your belly, that just boils up and starts firing up when you see somebody else move forward, or when you see someone else's life change, and it's something that you wanted really bad, or it turns into like an envying thing. So that is what you're trying to focus on. You're trying to dealing with that and moving on from there. And point number 3 would be stay in your lane. I don't compete with anyone. Thankfully I've had a mindset at a very early age to compete with myself, compete with my age, where I am in life, where I'm going, and what I've accomplished and set out for myself for that specific year, period, time. So I don't feel that pressure of someone else that's 34 and what she has accomplished in her life. I literally like just put my blinders on like a horse, and I just focus on where I'm at 34, what have I accomplished in my life, what am I doing, what am I going to do, where am I heading. And those are the things that keeps me focused, that keeps me from feeling jealous of someone else's life and envying what they have or where they are at in life. So staying in your lane is also a very intentional thing, because jealousy is something that sneaks up on you. It's not something that you sit and you premeditate and you choose to feel jealous over someone. If you have a close friend and you feel like she got married before you, and you felt because you were older than her, a few years older than her, you should have gotten married before her, and it's very conscious. Like, you live in a conscious state to make sure that you're staying in your lane and you're not getting into that competitiveness of competing with her and then having to just find anyone just to get married so that you can also be married and people can also come to a wedding and have that celebration. It's not about that. It's about you staying in your lane, staying focused, where you're going, what have you accomplished. If you are not happy with what you've accomplished thus far, start setting new goals, moving forward. That is basically your plan for yourself and making sure that you get the best out of it. Tip number 4 would be practice to be happy for others. This is like really hard. I'm not perfect. I've been jealous before in my life, and it sneaks up on you. It's really like a sneaky thing. So practicing to be happy for someone is not that you're being fake. It's not about that. It's not about, I promise you, it's not about being fake. It's about what you are trying to get under control and keep under your thumb. That is the main focus of this thing. So practicing to be happy for someone is being at home and literally practicing. That is what it is. So if I'm at home and this thought pops up like, oh my word, I saw on my phone she got engaged, and again I don't have someone around me to even date. So how am I going to be engaged if I don't even have someone around me to date? So now I'm sitting with this news and I'm trying to calm myself down, and it's like, again, it's her, it's not me, why is it not me? And you're going through this rush that's going through your mind. So then you're like, okay, this is me. I'm going to have to see her at some point and I'm going to have to congratulate her. So work on your face. You have to work on your face, especially if you're someone that wears their hearts on their sleeves like I am. I battle to hide my face. I can't. It's really hard to hide my face. If I don't agree with something, I'm not going to smile with you. It's just embedded within me. But I have learned how to be happy for others if it was not my turn. So those are two totally different things. So you are in your room, and this is a practical step. You got the news on your phone and you're going to practice how you're going to say, congratulations. Oh my word, I am so happy for you. Let me see the ring. Oh my word, it's so beautiful. And you have to come up with whatever to get through this and to get through it without an ounce of jealousy on your face, and she's going to look for it. Girlfriends tend to look for those things, and she's going to know, oh my word, she's not going to be okay if I tell her that I'm engaged. So sometimes they just post things on Facebook because they know how you're going to respond or what your reaction is going to be. So to avoid all of that, just let her hear from everyone else. It's easier that way, because your friends know you. As much as you think you are hiding certain things, they know that you're a grumpy person. They know that you can't handle what they are telling you, and they know when you're always being negative on things in their lives. People know. They are not stupid. Just like you're not stupid, other people are not stupid. They know what you're going to say, how you're going to react. So this is something that you practically have to practice in your own space, in your own time, so that when you meet her, which you have to do at some point, or congratulate someone about their car or their new job or having a baby, it's going to be that wow on your face has to be legit. So please practice being happy for others. It's a thing. I promise you, it's a thing. And the last one is, it will come. And what I mean by it will come, things will come your way eventually. It may not be on your timeline, it may not be like when you want it to be, but all is well that ends well. It will come. You will pass your license. I'm not saying sit on the couch and be like, oh, life happened to me. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, as you are pursuing what you need to pursue in terms of, oh, my friend purchased a car. You don't have your license yet. You don't know how to drive, but you're jealous of her having a car. I mean, please try to be logical about certain things. I will do it in another video, how to be logical as a woman, because female are very emotional and we don't necessarily attach the logic to what we feel most times. Sometimes the emotion just blows like kaboom, and then there's like not a lot of logic attached to it. If you don't have a job, how can you be jealous of her promotion? Get yourself a job. Try to get yourself a job. Try to get yourself employed, literally anywhere if you have to that extent, so that you can have your own money and income, and then you can buy yourself the things that you want to buy yourself. So don't be jealous of someone that's putting in the effort that you're not willing to put in. I can't be sleeping all day and expecting my channel to grow. It's not gonna happen. I literally have to brainstorm all my ideas and do my research, get the knowledge that I need to give you guys proper videos. So it's not just gonna happen. You have to put in the work. So it will come. Yes, it will come. Eventually you will get married. Eventually you will have a child. Eventually you'll buy your house. Eventually you'll buy your car. Those are the type of things that could happen eventually, but it's not going to fall in your lap. So you have to set out the things that you need to do to get to those things that you want. And as long as you stay focused, it will come. It will eventually come. But you could possibly lose relationships. You could possibly lose important friendships because you didn't get your jealousy and your envying under control. So that is like the biggest point. The biggest part of it all is relationships, because life is basically based out of relationships. You have to work on getting your jealousy and your envying under your belt. Get it under control. Deal with it as much as you can. Once you hear your next big news from someone, be it your sister, be it your girlfriend, be it your colleague, you will be okay. Because now you have the tools embedded within you. You have set out, you've done the work, you've become a minimalist, you have trained yourself from social media jealousy, you have trained your mind to stay in lane with your own life, your own age, your own goals. You have trained and practiced to be happy for others, and you are now at peace with the fact that it will come. You will purchase your house. You will buy the clothes that you want to buy. You will get the baby that you want to get. But you have to deal with your jealousy, because a lot of times people move from jealousy to bitterness to People move from jealousy to bitterness and resentment, and they become so ugly that is what they attract out of life. They just attract the ugly parts of life. Girlfriends that always stabs them in the back. They always attract the wrong men. They always attract like a basic job that they end up hating with a terrible boss. But because that is what they're putting out there into the world, your energy is going to draw that. So if you don't deal with jealousy, it's going to be very hard for you to live a happy life. That is the honest truth. So for yourself and to be happy on the inside, legit, deal with your happiness. And that's it for today. Please, if you haven't watched any of my videos, have a look at them, check them out, and I will catch you back here next time. Keep things juicy.